Hello there, and thank you very much for joining us today in this new Azure Portal how-to video. Today, we'll learn how to deploy to your web app using GitHub Actions. And for that, we have Jason Freeber, who is going to show us how to do that. So thank you very much for joining us, Jason.
Yeah, thanks, Leon. So today we're going to be talking about how to use GitHub Actions to deploy to your web app. GitHub Actions, for those that aren't familiar, is a workflow automation utility that has CI/CD built right in. So this means a GitHub user can trigger a workflow run if there's a new commit, a new pull request, or a new branch is created. So let's go ahead and jump into the portal. So here we're looking at my web app, and this is a Java 8 application, and it's running on P1 v2. So I'll jump into the deployment center on the left. And here I have options for Azure repos, GitHub, and Bitbucket. We're talking about GitHub Actions, so I'll jump into GitHub and hit continue. Now on this screen, we have a new option for GitHub Actions, so I'll select that. And now on this next screen, I'm going to select my repository. So I'm going to select my username and then my Spring application that I'm going to deploy. Here, I'm going to deploy my master branch. It could be any branch, but I'll choose master. And then here, I'm using Java 8. And since I'm deploying a Spring Boot application, I'm going to choose Java SE. If I was deploying a Tomcat application, I could choose one of these Tomcat versions. And so now on this last screen, we have a summary of my selections here, so I could go back and edit. And at the bottom, we're looking at a preview of the workflow file that will be committed into my repository. So if we take a quick look here, this will run anytime that there's a push on the master branch. This will check out the master branch of my repo, set up my Java version to Java 8. It'll build my Spring app using Maven, and then finally, using the deployment action, it will grab that jar file and then deploy it onto my web app. So when I click Finish here, this will start the process to commit it into my repository. And let's go ahead and jump into my repo using this link right here. So there's a new directory in my GitHub repo, .github/workflows. So as you might guess, this is where all of my workflows would be. Right now, I only have the one that was just added. And if we take a look at the file, it matches the one that was shown in the preview just a minute ago. So what I'll do now is come up to the top toolbar here, select Actions, and this shows me all of my previous workflow runs, and on the left-hand side, it shows me all of my different workflow files. Now in this case, I only have the one, so I'll select this workflow file right here, and we can see that that deployment action is running right now. So if we click this, and I come over to Build and Deploy on the left, here I can find all of my different steps of that workflow, and I can even search my logs. So here we're looking at the progress of the Maven build, and then this is the output of the web apps deploy action. So if I search for some query terms here, we'll see that that shows up just fine. So actually just now the workflow completed running. So let's jump back to the portal here. And you can see in the dashboard that's reflected here that the success of the workflow is right there, and it's running right now. So let's browse to the application. And perfect, there we go. So it's my Spring Boot app running on my web app, and I deployed it with GitHub Actions.
That's great. Thank you very much, Jason. This looks awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks every one of you. Please try this out and let us know what you think. Follow us on Twitter, leave us a comment in the comment section, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.